Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Now today's video is a beginner video, given that the style is being done on a mannequin hair. Now this is the style I've almost completed. I did start the style with the Kima braid ripple deep hair, yep, Harlem 125 Kima braid ripple deep hair, but I'm out of hair now, so I'm going to be continuing the style now with the free tress deep twist. Why am I mixing up two different brands of crochet? It's on the mannequin, so it does not really matter like that. As you can see, that's my mannequin. She says Erlo. I've done one side of the style already. This is the style I have to complete, and I thought that since I'm doing this as a beginner, in quotes, so to say, why not just share it all. So that's why I'm recording this video. I already got the side done, as you can see. I mean, I ran out of hair. I was using the color number 4 originally. I ran out of that, so I continued with the black hair of the same style that came about. I'm really out of that now, so I'm continuing with the free tress deep twist hair in the color black. So just keep would I say keep watching, just continue with me as I start the style, or as I continue with the style. Now this is the free tress deep twist hair I'll be using. Here it is. I'm gonna be cutting the earring off because this is some really long hair, so I'll be cutting the earring off. I already did, and I already spread some on this table here, so I'm just gonna be continuing. So now this is how it goes. You know, usually when we're doing crochet braids, it's either you do this, bring it out and knot a couple of times, 1 2 3 4, or do I have a pair of scissors here, because I'm gonna have to take that out. It's either you do that or you do this. You can see it's either you do that or you do this. But since I'm trying to do, see the difference? This is what I just did. This is what I am trying to do. So I'm going to be cutting this and be showing you. I have a number of videos showing this, but this is the first time I'll be doing this on the mannequin. So I thought that why not, because most often than not, when people are learning to do styles, like learning to do new techniques, it's usually done on mannequin heads. So that's why I thought, like, let me quickly show this, since I'm having to do the style as such on a mannequin head. So let me continue from here. Right here, the latch hook goes in, latch the hair on, close. Okay, now I gotta lock this thing. It is okay, yeah, just let me lock my mannequin, or rather the stand. Okay, yeah, that's good. Now I pulled it out. So the latch hook goes in. Now I'm going through the braid, not under the braid. I'll be going through the braid with my latch hook, through the braid, a very small section. Bring this right above it. Okay, pull it out. So as against pulling the two ends out, I will not be pulling the two ends out. It's just one I'll be pulling out. To make it see one, put that aside. 1, tie it 1 2 times, 3 times, and there it is. See, the knot stays hidden underneath, and the other part that flips over it is supposed to cover the knot. Because you'll be doing this really close together, it sort of covers up. See, that's why it turns out looking like this. This always works best with straight hair. Most of the time, most times when I do this, I usually use what's the name of this hair again? Most of the time that I get to do this knotless thing, hidden knot thing, I use the, what's the name of that hair again? The Kima braid ocean wave hair. But this is a kind of curlier texture than that, but it still works still. So let me just continue. I don't do so well with talking so much. Let's just show this. So the latch hook goes in, pull the hair honey, that aside, and 1 2 3. Now if you didn't want to do that, what you could also do, it's the same procedure, just oh, let me see. I'm not really not used to doing my arm that way. Latch it in, see, hold this firmly. I'm holding this real firmly. Now close to the scalp. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. It's knotted. I'm just gonna continue it now. I'll do that again. See, close, bring it out. 1, close to the scalp, not too far, close to the scalp. That's 1, 2, 3, and pull. See, now we're making some progress. 1, 2, 3, and that's secure. Now back to the other way I was doing it. And one thing you should also notice that when you're doing this, you have to put these really close together so you don't have any gaps in between. That is the other way I used to do it. Pull one side, 1, 2, 3. Remember, it's only one I pulled out, not the 2 sides. And I'm just gonna keep going that way until I'm done with. Now you can see that I'm almost done. Like I said, the air has to be really close together so that the knot can be completely hidden. I have just 3 more pieces to put in this one now, and I will say I'm done then. That's 1 piece. That's a second piece. 1, 2, 3. Remember, it's just one end I'm pulling out, not both sides, because if you pull out both sides, your knot will stay right on top and it will not be hidden. For the last time, see, there's 2 ends. 1, 2, pull one aside if you wanted. 1, 2, roll 3 and pull, and see, now I can say I am done. Now do not worry about her part being so wide, because this is one client that cannot complain about her part being so wide. Look at her, she's gonna have her style taken down tomorrow. Like let me see. Yep, she can't complain too much. In fact, I'm doing her a favor by giving her this cute hairstyle. I didn't just say that. So usually if this was to be on somebody's head, you do not want your part to be this wide. Like, you don't want this part on nobody's head. You have to make your part really close together, because crochet braids, as it were, the part would always widen up real quick. So you want to start off with the part being super close together, so with time it begins to like widen and widen. But this one now will pass because it's on a mannequin head. And usually when you're done with a style like this, if you wanted, did I even say if you wanted, it's a given, you throw some coarse mousse just to like lay it down some more. If you really want this laying, you feel like it's kind of puffy, you throw some air mousse on it to like hold it down a little. And some trick I learned, not like I've been doing that myself. Let me just throw all of this mousse on the hair. See, this is just to like activate the curls, because my pulling apart and like crochet has disrupted the curl pattern. So when you move it a little, the curl will like pop right back. I don't have a brush here with me, but I mean, you do get the gist. Now about my part also, if you wanted to lay it down some more, right after putting some mousse on it, you can just hold it down. You can hold it down with a duckbill clip. You have to be careful with that. That's not necessary, but you could do that. or just lay it down with your finger and run the blow dryer through it. That little, it will help it, it will like it will set it a little, just a little bit. Now that is not compulsory, but that is something that you might want to do. If see how this part is tedious. Let me just stop this video already. I believe you got the message. See, 1 2, that's how you do your hidden knots. I'll put a link, 1 or 2 links to other videos of me doing this actual thing on this thing on actual people's heads in these videos. And I'll say thank you for watching the video. Thank you.